I am a stay-at-home mom of two. I have an almost 3-year-old son and a 3.5-month-old daughter. So I am knee-deep in child raising right now. That said, I'm not going to go on and on and on. I'm just going to get right into the video, and I'm going to talk about five pros of parenting and 5 cons. Okay, so the first one on my list, I have a list over here. The first pro on my list is that your children will make you smile and or laugh every single day without fail. Even if you're really, really annoyed with them, literally like seconds or usually seconds later, they will make you smile or laugh, do something funny or cute that will make you forget all about being upset. It's a great, great thing. Not very many people in the world can do that, but they have the power to control your emotions. And sometimes that's a good thing. Okay, so the second pro to parenting that I have on my list is that while being a parent, from the moment you start being a parent, for moms it's probably when they get pregnant, but, or for dads or for everyone else, it's, like when you first see your child. So whatever moment that is, whenever you consider the moment that you become a parent, you grow. And you grow really fast. You grow as a person. And whether you chose to or because you were forced to, most of the time you're forced to, because you have to put another person first. And that's not the only reason. Another reason that you grow is because you learn things so quickly. Things that you never knew. Even if you thought you knew all about kids and you've been around them, once you become a parent, you get so much experience with new things, and you are forced. You're forced to be someone who learns quick. And you discover, how strong you really are, and you discover your strengths and your weaknesses. It's probably one of the best opportunities I've ever had in my life to grow. And I have grown so fast in the almost 3 years that I've been a parent. So the third pro that I have on my list here is that being a parent gives you a reason to wake up in the morning. And I know that if you went to work before, you had a reason you had to get up. But what I really mean by that is, especially people who have been depressed, which I've suffered with depression, you have to get out of bed. Even if the thought of getting out of bed and taking care of your kids is hard and it's going to be stressful, you have to get out of bed. You can't call it. Okay, so the fourth thing on my list, pro on my list, is that being a parent will make it so that you have someone who believes in you. That's a great one. Your kids, especially when they're young, sometimes when they're older they're annoyed by you, but when your kids are young, they will think you are the greatest person in the world. They will think that you really are everything to them. And they will think that you are perfect and you are funny and that you have no flaws. And when someone believes in you like that, even if they're a little kid, when someone believes in you, it gives you a confidence boost. Okay, so the last pro that I have is that this is my experience anyway, after becoming a parent, you will feel more connected with the world at large. And what I mean by that is, or why that happens, is because, especially for mothers, because once you become a mother, you automatically have something in common with every other woman that has that is a mother. And it's a stronger connection than you would think. I've actually become friends with a lot of people just because we were both mothers, both parents. Play dates are available when you have kids. It doesn't make sense to have a play date with other people who have kids if you don't have kids. But once you have kids, you can try to make friends that way, by play dates. It's kind of like using your kids, but still, you do meet some interesting people like that. And another way that I feel more connected to the world now is that, I don't know how to explain this, but I see the world differently. I see everyone as connected to help the world out or make the world keep going. It's kind of like, the best way I can explain it is I really understand that that saying, it takes a village to raise a child, because now I understand how much really goes into creating a good human being. And I respect all the people in the community and in the world that do help raise my child. Okay, so on a more negative note, my first con on my list is that becoming a parent means that you will be eternally tired. And there's not that much to say about that. I think everyone pretty much gets what tired is. But it will be a whole new kind of tired when you're a parent. And it's not just, I'm going to make this very clear for people who do not have kids, that it is not just when they are a newborn and not sleeping through the night. You will be tired because of all the demands of child raising. And if you work, you'll have to work and then come home and take care of your kids, so there's that. And for me, I don't know if men worry like this, but I know a lot of women who do, and I do myself, is the worry will keep you up at night. And thinking about everything you've got to do, and it is emotionally draining. So, you will always be tired. I don't know how long it lasts because my kid is fairly young, but you're just tired all the time, and it's a part of your identity. This next one, I believe it's, the second one on my con list is that children make messes, especially toddlers. It's either toddlers making messes or messes not being able to clean up because you have a baby. Now, and this is a complaint that almost every parent on earth has. You'll have two choices once you have a kid. Kids, whatever, once you become a parent. You will either have to be cleaning all the time, or your house will always be messy. Whichever one you choose, I totally respect your choice. I understand both choices. However, my personal choice has been to be cleaning all the time. And why it's all the time and why my house is really clean. Anyone who knows me knows my house is clean. But it doesn't get like that easily. I am cleaning pretty much from the time I wake up until the time I go to bed. It is exhausting. Okay, so my third con on the list is that stress, after becoming a parent, stress will be a constant part of your life. There's all kinds of different stress that comes with parenting. I'm not going to get into all that because it would make the video incredibly long. I know that people who don't have kids will say, oh, I understand how stressful it is. You will not understand how stressful it is and why it's stressful completely until you have them. So there's no point in me getting into it because if you decide to have kids, you will figure it out. But it will become a part of your identity. And you will either be a mess, a mental case mess, like you will either be mentally unhealthy or you will find a way to deal with it. And I'm actually finding ways to deal with the stress. I have 2 kids now and it's been really hard. But you gotta do what you gotta do. And one way to relieve some of the stress is make sure that you make time for you. Even if you think that's selfish, it's not. And this is why it's not selfish. It's not selfish because if you make time for you and you make time to take care of your mental health, you will be a better parent. And guess what? That benefits your kids. So taking time for yourself is not selfish, and don't ever let anyone let you think it is. Now, that being said, I'm not saying, like, don't take care of your kids. As long as you're not neglecting your kids and you're waiting until someone else can care for them to take your time, then you're good. But take that time for yourself. And this is to people who are parents already or brand new parents. The, fourth thing on my con list is that you will give up pieces of your identity. And it's okay to say that. People probably are going to say, oh, I didn't give up my identity, and my kids are my identity. And that's somewhat true, because my kids have become pretty much my identity. But what I mean by you give up pieces of your identity is that you do. You have to. You're forced to. Whether you chose to or not, whether your kids were an accident or you planned them, it doesn't matter. You're still going to give up things that you didn't think you would give up. And like, you can't have every weekend to yourself. You can have some times to yourself. Like I said last time, you need to make time for yourself. But you cannot have all your weekends or your days off to yourself. You'll give up time. You'll give up parts of your happiness. You will. Your kids will not make you happy 100% of the time, and that's okay. So you will be giving up some of the things that made you you. A lot of your hobbies you won't have time for. If you decide to be a stay-at-home mom, you will be giving up your career. Okay, so the final thing on my list of cons is that you will always you will always be worried about your child, whether they are safe in bed or they are with someone else, or even with their father or their grandparents. You will always worry about their safety. Even if they're with you in your house, you will always be worried if they are safe. You will always be worried if what's happening is in their best interest. You will worry. It will not stop. No matter what you do to make yourself not worry, you will worry. If you're a stay-at-home mom and with them all the time, you will worry if that's best for them. If you are a working mom, you will worry, is this best for them? Are my kids being taken care of while I'm at work? You will worry. It will keep you up at night. And then you will worry when they get older. It will never end. You will worry, which will make you more stressed, which is one of my cons, which will make you more tired, which is another one of my cons. Okay, so that's all I've got for the pros and the cons of parenting. I hope that this video helped someone. I thought that maybe it could help people who are deciding whether they want to be a parent or not, and I also thought it could help people who are already a parent by making them feel like they're not alone. And my message here is to say that you're not going to enjoy parenthood all the time. You will enjoy it a lot of the time, but not all the time. And it's okay to be stressed, and it's okay to feel negatively about parenting. And it does not make you a bad parent. I feel negatively about parenting a lot. And I'm a great parent. I'm a great mom. And I love my kids to death.